Hello everyone. It's been a while since my last video, and I've been trying to do this one video for a while, but I've just been very busy with a lot of personal stuff and a lot of professional stuff. As you can see, I'm wearing my Misfit Design Studio shirt, which I will talk about at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. So as you can see here, I have a quick ideation sketch that I scanned, and I wanted to show to a client. But it doesn't look very professional, and I'm not a big fan of computer sketching. So I like to stick to pen and paper. That's what I did. But again, it's a little dirty. It's not clean. As you can see, there's like something here. There's like eraser marks there. So I wanted to show you a very quick way to turn this into a more professional, more cleaner look sketch, which is this one. So as you can see, I changed the font. It's cleaner. The background is brighter, and the lines are darker. I will use Photoshop for this tutorial, and without further ado, let's start. So open your scanned image, scanned sketches in Photoshop, and do a Control-0 so that we get a full screen photo. So the first thing I like to do is to change the ratio. As you can see, the ratio is off. I want to change it to 8.5 by 11, the standard letter size US. And the second thing I want to do, I want to clean the background. So right now, this layer, it's locked. So just click on the lock and basically unlock it. Go to your magic wand, click on that, change the tolerance to 100, and turn off contagious. You may want to turn it back on later, but just turn it off for now, and click on the white space, and it selects everything that's within that color, basically. And just go ahead and delete it. Just a simple delete button. Create a new layer, bring it under your main layer, and put a black color on top of the layer, because that would show you the imperfections better than just plain white. So as you can see, I have a lot of imperfections here. There are a lot of dots here. And so what we want to do, we want to go ahead to our main layer and erase all those imperfections, because the client would be able to actually see that, believe it or not. And just start using the eraser tool and start erasing all imperfections. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to fast forward the video to when I'm done with all these imperfections. Okay, as you can see, I'm pretty much done with all the low, dust and the imperfections. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back to full screen. I'm going to change my black background to a white background. And the way I do that, it's just Control backspace and then Alt backspace. Alt backspace is the primary color, and then Control backspace is the secondary color. So there's a little Photoshop shortcut for you guys. I'm gonna lock this layer because I'm not gonna need it later. And then what I want to do, I want to organize it a little bit. Now that really depends on you, but for example, I want to bring this second row of everything a little bit lower to just center the sketches a little better. And then I want to make a hierarchy of this old man with like the finalized initial design. And I want to get him to be a little bigger. And I can go ahead and turn the first row, actually make them look a little smaller for the hierarchy that I mentioned. It should be good. Again, it depends on what you want to do, how you want to organize them. For example, I can move these two a little bit to the left. So that's like one group. And then I can move these five again to the left. And that's like the second group. And I can move this design here to the right. So now we have like 4 individual groups of different things. The next thing I want to do is to actually erase the text, the callouts, and actually replace them with a font. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to eraser, and then I'm going to erase this, just nature inspired board, and just clean the other imperfections. and go to your font. There is this font that I downloaded a long time ago. I don't know. I'm not going to take credits for it. I don't know who made it, but I've been using it for years, and it's actually pretty good. So it's just the industrial design font, and I want to replace my callout with this font, nature inspired. Nature inspired. I think that's what it was. And I'm going to move it here, and I'm going to do the same with every other text that I have. And again, if you want to, show some hierarchy, you can change the font size. Like for example, where is it? Like interchangeable. So I'm gonna I'm gonna erase this and go back to my font. Interchangeable. So the font is 16 right now. I can do what, 18 maybe, because I want the client's eye to go towards that word. So I'm gonna fast forward it again, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I have replaced all the callouts with an actual professional looking font. The next thing I can do is that I can actually erase these lines and then use a paintbrush on Photoshop to actually to make it look cleaner. So very, very small, and then I can actually pick the same color as the pen that I used. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the opacity and flow at 100%, and then I'm also going to increase the smoothing effect or tool or whatever to 100%. And then I'm just going to, as you can see, this is too thick, way too thick. So I'm going to go smaller and draw some, I don't know, I'm being picky right now. We'll draw something like this, and that's probably too small or too, okay. And put like a little dot at the end, something like this. Or you can just use the pen tool. I think that would have been easier to just draw a line. But yeah, that just didn't come to my mind. So I'm gonna let me just finish that, and I'll be back. So this is pretty much it. The next thing I want to do, I want to make the lines look a little darker. So there are a ton of things you can do here. You can just change the darkness of your layer. You can actually just copy your layer and then just paste it and then merge them together or something. But what I like to do, I would like to actually do a curves layer, and then I want to change these. What's the saturation or the other thing here? And as you can see, it's a little darker, and that's pretty much it. You can go to image size, change your resolution, change your width and height. It doesn't make that much difference, and just save it as JPEG. So that's actually pretty much it for this tutorial. Now I'm going to be talking about Misfit Design Studio. So as you can see, what I'm wearing right now is Misfit Design Studio shirt, and it's a design consultancy, industrial design consultancy based in Houston. We're actually the first and only purely industrial design consultancy in Houston. And Houston has a population of, the greater Houston has a population of like 7 million people. And we're the only people here who practices industrial design. So if you're located in Houston or in Texas, or honestly anywhere, we're working with clients outside of the state of Texas. Just let me know, and we can have a little chat, a little Zoom meeting or something, or maybe an in-person meeting. We're actually finishing a few projects right now, and I think we'll be posting the results if the client agrees to us just publicly posting the results and the final product. So it's exciting. Let me know if you have any questions about Misfit Design Studio, and let me know if you have any questions about this tutorial. Guys, if you give me ideas for like different tutorials, I can actually go ahead and make those tutorials. The hardest part to make a tutorial video is actually what to talk about, and yeah. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments or just message me or something, and we'll go from there. All right, have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.